Hey, everybody. So excited for today. I have been waiting for this day for years because I have been working on a new plant-based protein bar. And I could not be more excited about it. And soon I will be joined by my friend, Dr. Nicole Avina, neuroscientist from Princeton, Chief Science Officer of BrainMD. Hello, my friend.
Hi, how are you?
I am so good, and I am so excited for our Brain Boost protein bar that is got 11 grams of fiber. I'm just so excited. In fact, I'm going to have one because I have one every day. You know, I got these like a month ago.
You know, I had it when we were together last out in California a few weeks back for the Amen Clinic doctor retreat. I grabbed a couple that I got ahead of the game too. And I was trying to save them because I knew I wasn't going to be able to get my hands on them again for quite a while. But I'll tell you, they went quick around my house. I left a few on the table and they were gone. They are just delicious. I absolutely love them.
Today is the day that they're actually available nationwide at brainmd.com.
And what a perfect day, the day after Halloween, when we think about what we're snacking on, maybe what we were snacking on yesterday wasn't such a good thing, but now we have a chance to make a better decision about what we're going to snack on. And I think the Brain Boost bars are a great option for people who are looking for that healthier snack that's going to satisfy their sweet craving, but be able to boost their brain and support their brain health.
Let me put this behind me so people can see it. You and I both travel a lot, and eating healthy on the go is hard.
Yeah.
And we just made it easier.
Yeah. These are a go-to for if you're going to be traveling, not only, you know, on an airplane for work or with the family, but even when you're just like out and about in the car, running around with the kids, after school activities, things like that. I always feel like when people don't plan ahead and have a healthy snack on hand, that's when you end up making poor choices. That's when you end up stopping at the drive-through, getting a soda, getting something to hold you over. So this is just great because it's a bar, it's convenient size. You can slip it in your purse, in your bag, in your gym bag. It's easy to take with you wherever you want to go.
Well, and you know if I eat it every day that it tastes great because I'm sort of a baby. And but the real proof is I have 5 grandchildren.
That's it.
And I have a handicapped granddaughter that is on a very restricted diet, but she loves them. She can eat them. And my grandson, one of my grandsons, is a picky eater, and he has one every day. And he just like pops it in his school lunch. So, you know, what I often talk about with food is you only want to love food that loves you back.
Absolutely.
Relationship
Yep.
with food, and this is a good relationship.
Yeah. You know, you mentioned people are asking, I'm just looking at some of the comments about what are we talking about? We're talking about the new Brain Boost bars that just launched on BrainMD. You can get them now. They're delicious. They're the perfect size for on the go. They're 200 calories. So I like to look at them as sort of in between a snack and like a meal, right? Because they're not a meal replacement bar. But to me, that's enough for if I go to the gym, I'm not always really hungry to, you know, eat a large meal after I work out, but it's enough to kind of, you know, get me till lunchtime. And they're really great, not only for, you know, adults, but also, like you were saying, for the kids. If you have a picky eater, this is great because it's a good way to get protein into your kid's diet. Each bar has 12 grams of protein. And it's plant-based protein, which I think is so important because we're talking and hearing so much about the importance of getting more plants in our diet. And this is one easy way to do that.
Well, and it's got pea protein, pumpkin protein, rice protein. It also has inulin for the fiber. So inulin is a prebiotic fiber. And a lot of people are learning how important their gut health is. And people take probiotics. Brain MD has a probiotic, couple probiotics that are amazing. But you want to feed your gut bugs fiber because that helps to keep them healthy. It also has MCT oil. It's sweetened with natural sweeteners like monk fruit and stevia. There's a brand new study out on stevia. They compared stevia to sugar to sucralose. And sucralose was actually the worst, as it actually increased frontal lobe slow wave activity, decreased learning and memory. Sugar decreased learning. Stevia didn't have a negative impact. And so high in fiber, no added sugar, 11 grams of fiber, 12 grams of protein. And there's just nothing in it that's bad for you. And, I challenge people, find a bar that tastes good where there's just not a whole lot of crap in it.
Right. And, that's the problem with a lot of the bars that are available. I mean, there's lots of bars on the market, and many of them are, kind of packaged to look like they're going to help you build muscle, or they're going to help you, lose weight. And they make a lot of claims. And when you turn that wrapper over and you look at the ingredients, I mean, to me, it's just shocking that companies can do this to people where, they're putting things into these bars that just aren't healthy. They're not good for you. They're not going to nourish you in the way that the Brain Boost bar nourishes people. I like that it's balanced, right? So we have the healthy carbohydrates, the healthy fats, and we have the plant-based protein. To me, I think having those three things is so essential to a healthy diet. And we're able to optimize people's nutrition by, having the best of those ingredients.
So people are asking about other flavors. If you make this a success, we'll have all sorts of other flavors. I love the dark chocolate and almond in it. It's got these little dark chocolates that are crunchy and taste great. And I want to make this work. People asking, where can I get this? At brainmd.com. Where you can get all sorts of really great supplements. And, so many things there I make because I want to be healthier. As I hit 68 this year, I'm really trying to age backwards, which everything I put in my mouth really matters. It's accelerating my life or decelerating my life, enhancing my longevity, or it's stealing from my longevity. So I make these things basically for myself. And, I have an amazing chief scientist that we just get the freshest, most clinically researched ingredients, and to have a bar that I literally have every day. And people go, oh, but it costs money. Yeah, no, you can get M&Ms and that's cheaper.
Right.
But long run, it's way more expensive because illness is way more expensive than being healthy.
Absolutely. And I think, I feel like the tide is changing a bit. I think more and more people are realizing that it just makes more sense to take care of yourself while you're healthy and keep yourself healthy longer than to wait until you get sick and then spend all this money trying to get back to where you were to begin with. And so, like you said, what you eat is so important to maintaining your health, and it's going to impact every aspect of it. And so picking the right snacks is critical. And this is a great example of a way in which you can have a snack, have something that's going to satisfy your sweet craving, but also have it be something that's going to give you more bang for your buck in terms of how it's going to impact your health.
Yeah, and people ask, are almonds healthy? For most people, I mean, unless you're sensitive to nuts, almonds are great. And, you know, I eat them on a regular basis. So people who eat a lot of nuts and seeds have a lower incidence of dementia. And I think healthy fat is just a critical part of your diet.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that, one of the things I love about this bar is that each and every ingredient, and, we spent a long time going over each of these ingredients to make sure that we could perfect it and get it just right. Each of these ingredients has some thought behind it. There's a reason why we chose, to use the certain protein blend that we have that's got pea protein, it's got pumpkin protein in it. There's reasons behind that because we want to make sure that we're incorporating the best ingredients into this bar so that it can produce the best outcome and people are going to enjoy it and they're going to, like what they're eating and they're going to feel good about what they're putting into their bodies.
So someone asked, BrainMD is just a marketing tool for me. Well, it's a product company for me. And then I just decided to share it because, what we're trying to do is end the concept of mental illness by creating a revolution in brain health. So BrainMD is all about providing the products and education for that brain health revolution. And so if you have brain health revolutionaries, they got to eat. And so, another one of my favorite products on BrainMD is Brain Boost on the go. Mm-hmm. So Brain Boost bar, and then we have Brain Boost on the go, which is a powder that you pour into liquid. It's got B6, B12, B6, B12, theanine, folate, and just gives you energy. And if you think of, if you had M&Ms or you had a Snickers bar, they actually have more calories than our Brain Boost bar. And about 35, 40 minutes after you eat it, you just feel like a slug because blood sugar went up and then it dropped.
Yep.
And with Brain Boost bar, my energy is just consistent. But again, I go back to the fact that my grandchildren love it. And when they come over, because these grandchildren they like open the cabinets and they're like, "Where's the bar, Grandpa? Where's the bar?"
Yeah. So I'm curious what the people who are listening would like in terms of if we do more flavors. What would be your next favorite flavor? I mean, right now, I personally love the flavor that we have, the chocolate almond. To me, I love how there is those little bits of chocolate in it. So it has such an interesting texture, the bar, because it's a little bit chewy, but it's soft. But it has that, a little bit of crunch that you do get from the chocolate in there. And so I think that this one's going to be a huge hit, but I'd be curious, even you, Dr. Amen, what would your next go be in terms of flavors? What's your next favorite flavor that you maybe like to try with this bar?
Well, Dr. Bello, who's on watching, hello, Brian, he says peanut butter. Someone else says coconut. Cookie dough could be vanilla. I love the idea of chocolate peanut butter. I think that could be a hit. But I also like strawberry yogurt. And the trick is, how can you and I make them the healthiest that they can be and delicious? I've often said there's just no suffering in getting well. And I don't know if you're able to come to our gala December 7th. Our foundation, the Change Your Brain Foundation, is having a big event. And I have to tell you, the best 2 hours of this year for me was being at the Beverly Hilton Hotel and having their world-class chefs make Tana's recipes. So my wife, Tana, has a number of cookbooks, and they're just, the food was so much fun. We're also going to have mocktails, so obviously I'm not going to be serving alcohol. And the desserts were unbelievable. So,
wow. So they be serving Tana's recipes at the gala?
They're going to be serving Tana's recipes at the gala, and
That's
is so great. And you know, God gave us a big brain for a reason, right? Everybody's like, "Oh, eating well is expensive," and the really, it's not. What's expensive is illness. It's just people's brains are lazy, and so if you're used to going by Jack in the Box and you know getting a double cheeseburger and curly fries, if you're used to that, your brain will do it even though it is killing you early.
Yep. And it's, you know, I've been saying this a lot lately, you know, as you know, I'm really against sugar. And that's kind of been my whole career has been focused on helping people to understand why it's so important to avoid added sugar. We know how bad added sugar is for your brain. We know how bad it is for your body. We know how bad it is for your body weight. And so one of the things that I think is great about the Brain Boost bar is that there is no added sugar. And so that's a big one, because if you take a look at a lot of the other bars or snack options that are out there, then, you know, you're going to be hard pressed to find one that actually tastes good that doesn't have added sugar, because often it's the case that sugar is added to many of those bars and products to mask lots of chemicals and different additives that need to be put into them to make them stay in the bar shape and make them be able to be shelf stable. But that's not the case here. We were able to put together this list of ingredients that, to me, I'm just proud of this. I think it's something that our whole company should be proud of, you, especially Dr. Amen, for conceiving this, because it really is a game changer. It's so different than anything out there. And I just love how healthy.
Somebody wanted to see the bar. It is so good. And it's just, I worked on this for so long. Just because I travel, I'm always throwing stuff in my, you know, computer bag. And, you know, I'll put nuts and seeds in there, but I often want something sweet. My grandfather was a candy maker. I mean, he had his own store on Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles. And it's, you know, it's just important to me to get people the, you know, snacks that make them happy, but that really make them happy, right? I love Snickers, but it hates me.
Right.
So I hate Snickers, right? I now see it as the enemy, but I still want something sweet.
Yeah.
So it's so great to see you as always.
Yeah. And I'm so glad that we have this exciting day with this new product launch. And I hope everybody checks it out on the BrainMD website, and you can order it now. And I really think that this one is going to be a big hit for us. And I'm really excited to see what people think of it.
Yeah, I'm worried we're going to sell out, because we already sold 300 boxes today. So I'm like, uh-oh, you know, that for 10 days. So we're going to have to order more. You will love these, I promise. All right. Take care.
Okay. Bye, everybody.